Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Herbalicious Gardens, and welcome to my greenhouse. It is 60 degrees in my greenhouse right now because Rhode Island is going into a 4-day warm streak. In a few days it's going to be 57 degrees. Yep. And everything in here is basically frozen. You could feel the bottom of it. All my grow bags are frozen. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about chamomile in our first ever Herba Talk series. So this is episode 1. So yeah, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, share if you are subscribed or not, because that is how the word gets around. I'm really trying to boost this channel. I really love doing this. I love gardening and I love trying to figure out how to survive during the winter with it, and I really hope you guys do too. So yeah, you know what to do. Hello, sorry, I'm trying out my new tripod selfie stick thingy with this, and you know, I have one of these, but I forgot to charge it. I'm like, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, and like getting nothing back because duh, you gotta charge it. So welcome to the greenhouse. I gotta take this off. Oh my goodness, it's getting warm in here because it's already 62. I mean, it went up 2 degrees in the 2 seconds that I said, hey, welcome to the channel. Oh, that's taped shut. Okay, so I'm going to be reading from this. This is my guideline. I've got a couple pages here because I can't memorize everything, which is fine. God, those carrots look sad. It's because everything froze. Also, you know what? No, I'm not even going to talk about how to warm up this thing. I'm thinking a heat lamp. I don't know. Anyways, so we're going to talk about chamomile, which is by far my favorite herb on this entire planet. I swear it's in my DNA. It's something that my mom used when I was a baby because I was very colicky. She said she used to put it in my bottle. I don't know if it was like straight up chamomile or not. So Mom, if you're watching this, can you comment down below so people can know what to do? Because I'm not a nurse and I'm not an herbalist. We're going to get that right out there on the open. I'm not an herbalist. I'm just someone who's very passionate about this. So always consult your doctor and also do your own research as well. I don't have the money to take an herbalist class like I would want to. I've been looking at the Herbal Academy online, but I'm hoping at some point I can, so you know, it's a little bit more in depth. Anyway, so chamomile. This one I got this year from Baker Creek. It is a Polish variety. I don't know if the Z is silent or not. So it's either Ladilan or Zladilan. It does say it's frost hardy. Most chamomile is frost hardy. So if you are in an area where, like Rhode Island, I would have to mulch the crap out of the chamomile or put it in here, you know, because this one looks kind of sad compared to the other one, but it's still alive. Though I think this one, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to this, but I'm hoping things will thaw out a little bit. But yeah, chamomile can survive, believe it or not. It's that hardy. It's been around forever. Ancient Egyptians used it, Rome, Greece. Ice. The ice is finally falling off. There's writings about it going all the way back to the first century and first century literature. I mean, it is like one of those herbs that has like stood the test of time. You see it in grocery stores. You'll see it in skincare, topical things. It's just that popular. Kind of like lavender. You see lavender all over the place. It's along the lines of being that popular. So let's get started on some facts. Now, first off, like I said before, you always want to consult your doctor, but let's start off with allergies because I think that's really important. So if you have an allergy to ragweed, mums, and daisies, you could potentially have an allergy to chamomile as they are all in the same family. And it does contain pollen because you can see, you know, right there, pollen. And that's also where the seeds come from, by the way, too. Bees love it. Pollinators love it. So it's a good addition to your garden. It really is. Even if you are personally not going to use it, it's always good to add in. It does really well with most things. Like, really loves cucumbers. Let's see, I wrote that down here. Sorry, folks. I'm having some technical difficulties with my new thing here. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, chamomile does really well with cucumbers, onions, potatoes, leeks, kohlrabi, cabbages, nasturtiums, zinnias, snapdragons, and verbena. Like, really well. For the most part, they do really well with everything. What they don't do well with is fennel, sage, peppermint, and tomatoes. There's something in the soil that they don't mesh well at all, and it could potentially kill either, let's say, your tomato plant or your chamomile plant. More likely the chamomile plant, since I feel like the tomatoes would dominate a little bit more. So don't plant near that. They love. So I've read different things where it's like sandy, well-drained soil and stuff like that. But the more I read, and this is where I think I personally have made a mistake since I've been struggling with chamomile, is that I am seeing too many different things, like well-drained soil, you know, blah, 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 blah. So here I am doing well-drained soil, not watering it as much as I should be. And I'm wondering why I'm not getting chamomile. Like, you know, this should have flowered. At least it's not dead. So they actually, so we'll start with the Roman one, which the German chamomile is the one that you find the most. Though you can buy Egyptian chamomile, by the way. So good. That's actually probably my favorite. Even though I am growing German chamomile. And then I'll be growing Polish as well. So I'm really excited to see how that one comes out. So Roman chamomile is, if it's a single flower, like if it grows in the wild, it grows, I can't read my own writing. Single flower anywhere, grows wild. Okay. So if it's a single flower, it doesn't have as much as the medicinal properties as the double flower, which prefers rich soil, and that's more desirable for health benefits, if you will. So I would say like the Rowan would be really good for skincare. Even though you can ingest it and be good. And the German is really more of the hardcore medicinal, is what I'm gathering. They all have very fine seeds, which is the center there where the pollen is hanging out. You can leave some flowers on the plant so it will self-seed, because it will. But what I was finding in my research is that if you have crappy soil, the seeds are just going to die off. So you want to make sure that the soil is really good, rich manure, things like that, especially when you're planting the seeds. And you want to make sure that the soil stays nice and moisturized. Not soaking wet, but, you know, doesn't dry out. These seeds are very sensitive from my experience, and you know, you can't necessarily plant them too deep. I like to sprinkle them on top of the soil and then do like a light layer of soil on the top. And well, no, scratch that. Sorry. What I'll do is I'll prepare my soil, put the seeds on, give it a good water, and then put another layer, a light layer of soil on. That's what I did with these, and they seem to be doing okay. They're still alive. So that's a win for me. Like, you know, this year's just been a really rough year. So I think that it's been a very great learning experience. Roman chamomile is best sown in the springtime, and it has a better chance of establishing itself and then preparing itself for the winter time, in which you're going to want to mulch it very well. Like lavender, the propagation is a lot easier if you take, you know, these guys, like the offshoots and stuff like that, and propagate it that way. Or, you know, it's from the mother plant. Or sets that the mother plant produces. You want to divide that in early spring into well-manured soil spaced 18 inches apart, because this grows like crazy. I mean, it gets tangled up in everything. This is a wild herby herb. Is extremely hardy, but mulch very well or put in a greenhouse, which I had already mentioned, for the winter time. So if you're like farther up north, like let's say Maine or Washington State or Oregon, you know, where the weather's just cuckoo, make sure you mulch it really well. You can start bringing it indoors, though in my experience I've failed at that. But I have a really old house. I've got radiators everywhere, so it's really hard for me to bring plants inside. That has not gone very well. The German one is seeded in the fall or the spring. Planting in fall helps viability when subjected to freezing and thawing. Once established, it will reseed itself, and if you leave the flowers, of course, you gotta leave something. Now, I've read that full sun, partial shade, but they love full sun. Think about it. If the Egyptians are growing this, if and Rome and Greece, and those are very sunny areas of the world, very warm, so they love the sun. If it gets a little bit of shade, I think that's fine, maybe like in the afternoon, but morning to afternoon, you know, you want to make sure that they're getting enough sun. And again, you want to make sure the soil's good and everything, and that's going to keep production going, which you want. So what did I miss? Oh yes, again, so we already went over the allergies, but one important thing that I just learned for myself is that if you are trying to get pregnant or are pregnant, you absolutely 1000% cannot have this herb. Again, consult your doctor. They'll probably tell you the same thing, but because there is some kind of chemical compound called apigenin, it can stimulate uterine contractions. So that can unfortunately produce miscarriages or premature labor. However, again, talk to your doctor about this. If you're like, I can't get this baby out, nothing's going on, and I'm past the due date, for the love of God, get this baby out of me. Talk to your doctor. Maybe they'll allow you to have chamomile tea to kind of relax you. I know there's like 1,000 methods. Eat spicy food, have some bow chicka bow time, whatever. But talk to your doctor about that if that is the case. I'm not a medical expert. I'm not an herbalist. I'd like to be, but I'm not. So that is one thing that you cannot do. You can have black tea, green tea, white tea, peppermint, They say raspberry, talk to your doctor, and ginger. Um, but I'm just like, well, peppermint doesn't always help indigestion, so I'm like, I don't know. Lavender, you can't have lavender either. Um, so yeah, that's a no-no. That's an absolute no-no. Do not do that. Okay, we went over colic, went over that, skincare, salves. I don't know if did I talk about that? I've had to refilm this a few times because I've had a lot of technical difficulties with the new tripod. So I can't remember exactly. Ugh. Well, anyways, skincare, baths, facial soaps. I've got one. It's lovely. Yeah, we already went over that. We already went over that. Really? I guess there's not much to say about this. I mean, it's a great herb. I like it. Try it out. This one's really exciting. We'll see how this goes. What is it? It's the end of December, so it's kind of like that time where sorting out what I've got to plant. I know that there's a type of lavender that I need to start planting and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the first herb talk. I think I was a little all over the place and I apologize, but we were talking about chamomile. This poor thing, it's like, it's frozen. Oh yeah. But it's a lot. I mean, I don't know if you can see there is definitely some growth, which is good. Oh, storage. Duh. Oh my gosh. That's really important. All right, so how you want to deal with chamomile and storage is, what I do is the first few loppings I do is I cut with scissors. And then you can just pick them right off, you know, and that actually promotes more growth. And you want to make sure they are dry, because if they are not dry, those are going to get really moldy in your jar, and it's disgusting. I made that mistake. I thought it was dry, and it was not dry enough. Air drying takes a while. It does take a while, so you want to make sure that if you are air drying, it is in a dry place, no humidity. That humidity is going to stay in that chamomile, and you're never going to get it out because chamomile just holds on to that moisture. I do have like a high-powered dehydrator, so I might try drying my chamomile, provided I get some flowers this year, in that, to see how well it dries, because I don't have an area in my house where there's no moisture or anything like that. Even in the basement, there's still a little bit of moisture. It's an old house, like I said, it's over 100 years old, so those are the challenges that I run into. I wouldn't be able to do it in here because in here, you know, condensation and stuff like that. So if you do have an area where you can dry it, they have these things that you can hang and put herbs in. I'll find one and I'll drop the link down below so you can do that. I had one and it got destroyed from hanging on the porch, the front porch, because it was like the first few years in this house. I didn't really know this house very well. I didn't know the land very well. And it's all a learning experience. I mean, I have been only doing this consistently, I want to say, since 2020, like very, very consistently. Prior to that, it wasn't on this scale because I was working 40 hours a week, and I would work 11 to 7 or, you know, till 9 o'clock. You know, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so, you know, it's, I had no time to really, really dive into all of this. And now that I am home, you know, I'm a reseller for Macari. I have my own business, Jinx Boutique. I'm sure you've heard me talk about that. And, you know, I'm at home. I'm a semi-trad wife, I guess, if you will, if you want to put it that way. whatever. So I really have more time to dive into all of this, and I'm really excited. I cannot wait. I can't wait to do more herb talks at all. Like we've got, what do we got over here? We got Whorehound. That might be the next one because it's doing really well, like really well. You know, we'll be talking about lavender. We'll be talking about butterfly pea flower. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. If there's anything herb wise you want me to talk about, drop a comment down below, and yeah, I'll do my research on that and keep going. Woo! So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a really great day, weekend, week, whatever. And we're almost in 2025. Isn't that crazy? Whew. I can't wait. I personally cannot wait to leave 2024 behind. So again, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Let's boost it into the algorithm. I'm really hoping to get 500 people soon. That's like a threshold for YouTube where I can do a little bit more. I don't know what, but I guess I'll find out when I hit that. So cool. Have a good day.